guys, and welcome to episode 38 of Dolphins Daily. Let's quickly hop into the area of focus for the Miami Dolphins today. First area of focus for the Dolphins is to finish strong. This is the last regular season game for the Miami Dolphins, and to end it off with a victory would be a pretty sweet way to go out and end the season. Second area of focus is to avoid injuries. As mentioned before, this is our last regular season game before we hit the playoffs, and this is our list of injuries of players who have been hurt and will be out for quite some time. William Hayes is expected to come back next week, but we'll just have to do without him today. Last area of focus for the Miami Dolphins is to focus on this last game. You don't want to get too ahead of yourself and start looking into the playoffs before it's needed. Hopping right into the game now, we have the Buffalo Bills offense coming out onto the field first. Josh Allen, 3,600 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. A pretty decent season for Josh Allen, but it was not enough to get the Buffalo Bills into the playoffs. First and 10 from the 24-yard line, the Bills come out in shotgun formation. Allen with the snap, step into his left, looking for a receiver, and is taken down for a sack. That is Earl Farrell out there at the end position, and we're going to take a look at the notable inactives for the Miami Dolphins. As mentioned earlier, William Hayes, this is his last game he'll be out, and is expected to return against the playoff opponent we have next week. On the 2nd and 19, Josh Allen completes a pass to Kelvin Benjamin over the middle for a first down. First and 10 from the 36-yard line. Play action. Josh Allen stepping to his left once more. Throws across his body and finds a wide open receiver, Kelvin Benjamin, who makes an amazing sideline grab. And that is another first down for the Buffalo Bills. Play action once more. Allen across the middle of the field. Back in the end zone. Touchdown Buffalo Bills. And just like that, the game stands 7-0. And that is going to bring on David Phils while Ryan Tannehill is still out resting for the playoffs and getting his mind prepared. David Phils, 324 passing yards, 1 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions on the season so far. Not a great showing from last week's game, but hopefully he can improve here. First and 10 from the 21-yard line, they hand it off to Kenneth Balazs right up the middle of the field, who powers through 2 defenders and is taken down by another 2, and he is at the 35-yard line picking up a first down. Introducing the Buffalo Bills defense. They have one of the worst defense in the league, and they're looking to make a statement here today in their last game. Jeremiah Tachu is a guy we have to watch out for at that linebacker position. This will definitely be a tough challenge for David Phils here today in this game. 4th and 11, the Dolphins have to punt it from the 34-yard line, and back to return is Richard. Good hang time on the punt. Richard makes 2 juke moves, and we have a flag on the play. Most likely face mask, and we're going to get the ruling from the official here.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Face mask on Jerome Baker, second year out of Ohio State. Not a penalty you want to be having this late into the season. Introducing the Buffalo Bills offense. They definitely have the playmakers, but aren't that good enough to just get into the playoffs. 3rd and 11 with 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Allen fires a strike to Charles Clay, the former Miami Dolphins tight end, and he is at the 40-yard line. Josh Allen, 5 for 5 on the day with 108 yards. Now on the 1st and 10, they hand it to LaShawn McCoy to the right side of the field, makes a nice spin move, and picks up yet another first down. Last week game, 22 rushes for 85 yards, not a bad performance, and let's see what he could produce here today. 3rd and 4, Dolphins bring the blitz, and that one is thrown to the back of the end zone. That is caught by Rashad Matthews, another former Dolphins player on the Buffalo Bills, and that is his 5th receiving touchdown on the season. The Buffalo Bills have the ball back again, and LaShawn McCoy loses yards, but actually gains 2 yards on that play, making it a 2nd and 3. Now faced with the 3rd and 4 with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Allen with the snap, protects and holding up. Allen stepping to his left, being chased by one defender, breaks the sack, breaks another one, and fumbles the ball, recovered by Akeem Spence, and he is down at the 38-yard line. That is going to put the Miami Dolphins in great field position. Josh Allen trying to get way too cute, just needs to go down. 2nd and 9 for the Dolphins, a strike delivered by David Phils to Devontae Parker, and we have another flag on the play, and we're going to head down to the field to get the ruling.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Another face mask call, and these have been abundant in this first half. 3rd and goal, fails, decides to take off, needs to slide and fumbles the ball. That is not what you want to do in the red zone, and the Buffalo Bills are going to try and return this one for a touchdown, but is ultimately ended up being tackled at the 30-yard line, and that is going to conclude our exciting first quarter. Well, for the Buffalo Bills, they lead 14 points, and the score is 14-0. Dolphins defense have to improve, as well as the Dolphins offense. On to the second quarter now. The Buffalo Bills have the ball coming out in a shotgun trips left formation. Allen completes a strike to Charles Clay, and he picks up a first down and more on the 3rd and 1, making his way to the 43-yard line into Dolphins territory. Single back formation for the Buffalo Bills now. Allen with the drop back, throws it deep to Rashad Matthews, and he hauls it in with one hand, and he's going to run his way right into the end zone. That is his second receiving touchdown on the day, and I don't know what dance that is, but it is good enough to get them in for the touchdown. Pass completed to Mike Gesicki for a first down, and the Dolphins have the ball back, and they will now start at the 34-yard line. 3rd and 7, that one is completed to Albert Wilson. Amazing tough catch by Wilson there to give the Dolphins a new set of markers. 2nd and 10, fails once more, coming across the middle of the field. That is Jakeem Grant, the speedster, picks up another first down for the Miami Dolphins, and they are into Buffalo Bills territory. At the 31-yard line, 3rd and 4, they dump it off short to Caleb Elias, who barely picks up a first down and is tackled right at the first down marker. But nonetheless, the Miami Dolphins have a first down. After a couple plays, it is now 3rd and 10. Fails with the drop back, completes a pass to Mike Gesicki, who dives past the marker, and that is yet another first down for the Miami Dolphins. 3rd and 2, single back formation, bunch right. Fails, looking, scanning, and finds Devontae Parker, who gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And what a way by the Miami Dolphins to respond there, keeping themselves in this game. Finally, the Dolphins are able to put points up on the board, but let's see if this offense could put consecutive points up on the board again. Devontae Parker catches a pass past the marker, and that is a first down for the Miami Dolphins. Fails to the left side of the field now, and a beautiful pass by Fails, and it is hauled in by Devontae Parker at the 34-yard line, and the Dolphins have a possibility to score with less than a minute remaining, and David Fails fumbles the ball, and it is recovered by Star Lotulelei, the former Carolina Panther, now the Buffalo Bills player. Gets that turnover, and the Bills have the ball back with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Pass completed to LaShawn McCoy coming out the backfield, and he picks up a first down. 40 seconds now remains on the clock. The Buffalo Bills are in field goal position, but they are faced with a 3rd and 10 from the 27-yard line. Allen drops back, clean pocket, overthrows his intended receiver there. Could have been a first down, but the Buffalo Bills will have to kick a field goal from the 27-yard line now with about 20 seconds remaining on the clock. They get it to go up and through the uprights, making the game 24-7 Buffalo lead, and that is going to send us into halftime, where we will now check out the scores from around the league. Final week of the regular season is here, and these are some of the final scores for this season. Some teams are already in the playoffs, while others have to win this week to get in, and unfortunately others will lose and buy their way out of the playoffs. Taking a look at some of the scores now, you can see New York Giants beat the Arizona Cardinals, but that one really wouldn't matter because both teams did not make the playoffs. Taking a look at the second set of scores here, you can see we have the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs going into a head-to-head matchup. Chicago Bears also did beat Minnesota 20-9. Back onto the game now with a 2nd and 4. Allen and this Bills offense have the ball. Dolphins bring the blitz again, and the flag is on the play as that pass is completed to Charles Clay past the 40-yard marker. And let's see what the ruling is here.
Personal foul.
Roughing the passer on the Miami Dolphins. An unfortunate call on Earl Farrell there, and they have to do a better job of cutting down on the mistakes. 3rd and 4 for the Buffalo Bills, and they pick up another first down to their consistent and reliable tight end, Charles Clay. The Bills will fortunately for the Miami Dolphins, be forced with a field goal attempt, and unfortunately for the Dolphins, they actually make it, cutting the game lead to 20 points, or extending the game lead to 20 points. 2nd, and David Fields throws a pick right to Edmonds, the linebacker, and he is going to try and take this one to the house, but is tackled at the 40-yard line. A bad interception for David Fields, and his struggles from last week continues on to this week's performance. The Bills will attempt another field goal, and this one curves right into the uprights, extending the game lead 30-7 now. Dolphins have to respond here, down by 23 points. They go deep to Devontae Parker, and is picked off by Tre'Davious White, and he is down at the 46-yard line, and David Fails' performance has been horrendous today. 2nd and 9, Buffalo Bills single back formation. They hand it off to LaShawn McCoy, Shady McCoy, powering his way to another first down, and he is at the 20-yard line. And that is going to take us to the 4th quarter. Dolphins down by multiple scores, and they have to rebound here in the 4th quarter if they want to have a decent shot of making a comeback. But let's take a look at the NFL standings from around the league. You can see here, we're not going to go through division by division, but we're going to show you which teams made the playoffs and which teams did not. In the NFC side, Rams, Bears, Packers, Eagles, Cowboys are in. Texans, Chargers, Jaguars, the Dolphins are in as well as the Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Playoff matchups will be set for next week. But let's get back onto the action and resume the final quarter of play for the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. 14:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Single back formation for Josh Allen and this offense. And that one is a strike completed to the back of the end zone. But we have another flag on the play here. Let's see what the ruling is on this play.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Illegal touching by the Buffalo Bills receiver there, and that touchdown will not stand. I formation now for the Bills. They hand it off to Rashard, and he is going to power his way into the end zone, and that is going to extend this lead even more, making it 37-7. 30-point lead for the Buffalo Bills. This is not a way how you want to end out a season, and David Phils will throw yet another pick to a Buffalo Bills defender, and he is going to end up taking this one back to the end zone for a touchdown. And this game has just gotten out of control, and we have super simped our way to the end of this game. Wasn't really worth playing the end because the Dolphins did not have a chance to come back. And that is going to end our season with a 10-6 record, and we're going to be looking at the playoffs here. In our next week matchup, we play the wild card opponent, the Pittsburgh Steelers. That will conclude this year's regular season, and the Dolphins are into the playoffs, and they will be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in the wild card matchup. The last time those two teams met in the playoffs, it did not look good for the Miami Dolphins as the Steelers walked away with a 30-12 victory. And earlier in the season, the Dolphins lost to the Steelers at home again in a wet and rainy showdown. The Dolphins will have home field advantage, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will have to travel down to South Florida to take on this match. But I want to thank you guys for watching. It's been a long season. I know Madden hasn't been the funnest game or the most authentic football game to play, but after the patch, I was able to play this game and get this game over and done with. And also, by the way, we have played the wild card game, and I'm going to try and get that uploaded as soon as possible. And we still have our series with the NBA 2K My GM. But video is coming to an end. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.